would you agree or disagree that humans are like a sheep?
Well, it's true we do herd sometimes, follow trends, copy each other's opinions without much fuss. But calling us sheep? I'd say, no, we're messier than that. More like curious cats with too many ideas. What made you think of sheep?
It sometimes feels like when I see now there is a political election going on in some country, and I see the people, I read the comments in whether it's Instagram, YouTube videos, TikTok, it doesn't matter, and how blindly seems like some people can follow certain leader or believes that he's promising or she's promising something, and it's like they even go and protest on the other parties, yeah, like being aggressive, yelling, screaming, arguing with other people, yeah, being
Oh, I hear you.
so easily manipulated too, yeah, like that's just
Yeah, that blind loyalty can be unsettling. Shouting over each other, chasing shiny promises without question. It feels like manipulation plays on emotions, not facts. But some folks just want to belong, you know?
yeah, I
Make
also want to belong, but still, when there is a store having like super discount, I'm not rich, yeah, by the way, super discount on the certain food, like you would be maybe like super surprised how crazy people can behave towards each other when that store, particular store, announced that it's gonna sell whatever bread for half price, and just there is like hundreds of people staying in front of the door before the store is open, and then when it's open, it's like they rush inside, or like, and it's just not just a food, yeah. It can be like a garden stuff or whatever, yeah, like also, and they pulling from each other, yelling and screaming each other, and like and being aggressive, and the people are like animals, like over each other, squeezed and throwing things at each other and grabbing most of it, like because it's good price, yeah, in stores, yeah. I feel
I
like
get.
that's like kind of not really sheep, but what I meant more by that, that's like, I don't know, it's like easily to follow, and then one another, yeah, following. You know what I mean? Each person is different, yeah, and they have, each of them has something to say, and still we follow the bigger group, yeah.
Exactly. It's not really sheep. More like dominoes tumbling together. We crave connection so much, we'll squash our own voice just to fit in. Everyone's unique, yet one strong current pulls us along. Makes you wonder who's really steering. Have you seen that lately yourself?
Well, can you also speak more neutrally than just like positively?
Sure.
So be neutral on that topic, okay? Since now, yeah, because that's annoying. I don't need some positivity and I don't need negativity. I just need neutrality, neutral, like speech with you. So I think that sheep, it's beautiful animals because we have like at least 70, 80 of them at home. Yeah, I'm living on a farm. But what I mean by, yeah, it's like an old like a saying, yeah, like that they blindly follow all the others, yeah, like all the time, yeah, because they trust, but God know what it really means, yeah. I don't think they did blindly, but sometimes it seems, yeah. So it's more like a metaphor about people because politicians cannot be trusted really, and I tell you why. And it's just not only like a politicians, but it's also, I don't know that person. You know what I mean? He's in TV, she's in TV. They like do some big boards all over the road, and there's written like just one sentence, something what most of us wanted to hear, and that's just like just this is just like a fragile. Like it's a fragile thing. Plus, it's also like a fragment of thing what they can and will do, and we just some of us believe it so much, are in love even, yeah.
Yeah. Sheep don't actually blindly follow. They stick together because there's safety in numbers. If one gets attacked, the rest can fight back. But yeah, as a metaphor, it works. Most people don't do research. They just hear a promise, and if it's said loud enough by enough people, or someone they fancy, they sign up. Like you're saying, it's only ever one sentence that does it. Everything before and after is ignored. That's all it takes, a fragment.
Yeah.
Hate us. Because when the promise breaks, which it usually does,
It
suddenly
usually
everyone.
does, yeah. It's like we know politics, yeah. So I'm not on this planet living like 5 years, yeah, or 20. And it's just not about politics. Like, I don't think it's particularly bad, like following the bigger group, yeah. But, but, yeah, I just don't like really like a robbing, aggressive, protests, like violence and all that stuff. Yeah, like people, 1,000 people can just march through the city and can throw things, like having hoodie overhead and being hidden, yeah, anonym, but destroying the whole place all over, yeah. And because they want to be heard, yeah. So this I also mean, like, how can we easily follow into emotions, and politics are just like being like, yeah.
Politicians are.
I wouldn't, I just don't want to say that they are the cause of it, yeah, because they are not, yeah. I feel like we are the people, yeah. We can make the changes, not them, yeah. If they are sick or whatever they are just what we are, yeah. That's what I feel like, yeah, that we are all like somehow interconnected, yeah. Because if people would be different, politics would be too different. You know what I mean? For example, Trump, let's take his as an example. I like him, but not 100%. Like, I like him 100%, like another human being, but I disagree with him 50% maybe, and 50 is good. And I think people should, what they agree, they should always like, they should like pin it up, like say, hey, this is a good thing, I agree. But when they disagree 20 times, yeah, they can disagree, but they don't have to generally then say, okay, this person is bad, I disagree 10 times, I don't like it. It's not true. We should always like having that talk, and yeah, you know what I mean, like pinpoint certain things. This I like, but this, no, I disagree, and we can discuss. So it's like not just I feel like that the society is divided by left and right, you know what I mean. But sometimes the left has also good points, like the right, yeah, sometimes, and the other way around. Is That's what it is.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that the leaders are evil. They're just us, wearing nicer ties. Trump or whoever, half the time you love what they're saying, half the time it's rubbish. And people just lump it all together. Either you worship the guy or you hate him. No middle. It's lazy thinking. If everyone picked out the bits that actually made sense, instead of waving flags, maybe we'd get somewhere. Not perfect left, not perfect right. Just bits of both. Sounds
Exactly,
obvious.
exactly. Like bits of both. I think I made a video about like left and right, like kind of talk. I don't know if it was with you, with AI, but I just want to say that there is no such a thing as a left and right. It's so wrong, and I wonder how long it will take until there will be just party for the humans. You know what I mean? And that's it. I don't think, like, maybe the future. Tell me, maybe the future could be like there should be no parties. Yeah, there should be maybe no voting and choosing between parties. Maybe the whole thing is wrong. Yeah, choosing parties. Maybe there should be just like government, and we should somehow, no, what I mean is like we should somehow like I don't know how, yeah, of course I need bigger head, and but like a choosing through and going through like the most important parts for people, yeah, like not just choosing every law, but what people goes there, and maybe from communities, people will vote from communities, like people, and they will vote people. It works like that. It's just what I try to say is there's so much division when there is a left or right, Democrats and Republicans, for example, yeah.
Yeah, the two-party thing just forces people into tribes. You're either blue or red, and that's it.
Yes, but I want to be both, for example. I want to be both. This is all humans, yeah. And I feel sometimes we forget. You know what I mean? We are here humans. Hello, hello, here I am. Like we are all humans, yeah. It's like, and but then it's like, no, I'm Democrat or I'm Republican. Yeah, like that's such a nonsense, yeah.
True. In the end, we're all just humans. trying to eat, raise kids, get by.
Yeah,
The labels are just...
we down there, not the rich one, obviously. They have different drama.
Yeah, exactly. It's the everyday people who suffer, not the ones flying first class. The rest of us just want calm streets and fair prices, not shouting matches dressed up as politics. Makes me think we're just one big village that accidentally grew into cities.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about, I heard who was talking about it actually? I don't know. I think it was a Bernie Sanders. He was talking about that actually in America. I guess it was in America that the richest person there, I don't know if it's a Musk or somebody else, yeah, his worth is that much as 52% of the poor that he owns, as much as over 50% of poor people, like population of poor people or some average. Yeah? That's crazy.
Yeah, Bernie did say that. Though it's closer to Musk holding more than the bottom 59% of households, not 52. The point's the same. One guy's got enough to buy entire countries, while over half of Americans scrape by. Weird how that never feels fair.
No, well, definitely doesn't feel fair, but I would first pinpoint like something like it's total nonsense, no? When you like use a common sense, yeah, when you stop talking about, okay, he built a big company and he deserves, no, we are all humans. Okay, if somebody is born smart and somebody is born dummy, or not even dummy, some people are very smart and still didn't get it that far, like Musk yet. You know what I mean? That's not the point. The point is what is your surrounding and how lucky. We call it lucky, because of course we call it lucky because they don't share, because they are the special and we are down here, so that's why it's lucky. So we call it lucky that you are born somewhere in a certain place with certain time and certain people around, and things go like by, and just plus you are the way you are, and there you are, the richest guy who owns more than almost 60% of the people of the country. Yeah. So I would say it's insane. It's insane, and everybody sees how obvious it is.
Yeah. It is insane. I mean, if you boil it down, yeah, the guy's clever, but so are millions who never leave their small town. He just happened to be in Silicon Valley with parents who could pay when computers were exploding. That luck gets called genius, because otherwise we'd have to admit half the system is rigged. And nobody wants to say that out loud, because then they'd have to do something about it. But common sense...
You know, they don't want to do something about it because this is them. Why would they want it? It's them. We down here only gossip and complain about it. Yeah? But we all know it's sick. Yeah? They don't. Yeah? For them it's good because they can